And then I called Brendan, we need a Zoom right now. Brendan, let's get going, 2 o'clock. Shout it out to all the leaders, let's get going. Here we are. None other than our Vice President of Solar Community Farms, Steve Condon. Let's go. Let's let it rip.
All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry I left you waiting for a minute there. I was just finishing up a couple of meetings with some other project owners, but I am thrilled to be here talking with you guys today. I was, I called Bella this morning to identify what's going on with the promo that we released, and she told me that we're missing a zip code, and I quickly responded with, "No, we're not. We're in that zip code." So, as you guys know, let me start back up a little bit. I think you all know that we're running a kind of a New Jersey blitz, if you will. We're doing a $100 bonus for any customers who come in with very specified zip codes in New Jersey, and I'll give you some background on why that is as well. There's also additional points that are earned towards the trip that's coming up in the fall for every customer that gets enrolled between now and the 31st of March. And so it's a huge opportunity, very exciting for all of us, for you guys in the field, but also for us to prove, the value of what we can bring to an IPP, a project owner who has an urgent need for customers in very specific places. So my conversation with Bella this morning was that there was a missing, very critical zip code from the opportunity, and I just wanted to get on a call here and just reconfirm that Tom's River is included in the bonus. Specifically, I believe the zip code, there's two zip codes in Tom's River. There's East and West Tom's River, if you will, but 08755 is my understanding of where we have a strong opportunity with the network. But all of Tom's River is readily available for subscriptions, plus the additional zip codes that were put on the map there. So I know our back office is just QAing everything now, making sure that everything is up to snuff. But the general concept is that the town of Berkeley, Tom's River, and abutting towns around Berkeley that share a border with the town of Berkeley is our eligible area. So I want to give you guys a little bit of background on where this comes from. So as you guys know, we have hit the ground running in the last 9 months here, contracting for subscribers across multiple states, starting in Maine and New York a year ago. And now, since opening multiple new states in the last 2 weeks, which has been unbelievably exciting. You guys have helped us put our name on the map very quickly as a recognized opportunity to more efficiently subscribe projects all across the nation. And that has very quickly gotten the attention of some of the largest national community solar project developers and owners all over the nation. And so this very specific and immediate opportunity comes up because of the work that we've done in JCP&L so quickly over the last couple of weeks. We caught the attention of another national developer that has said that they have had a need in these very specific zip codes for several months and haven't seen any good work getting done. And so they gave us a goal to go out and try and achieve somewhere in the nature of about, I think it's upwards of 12, 14, maybe 1,500 customers, half residential and half low and moderate income in those specific zip codes. And they gave us until the end of the month to show what kind of work we can do. And if we show them significant progress in the next week or so, or 10 days, then they'll open up the doors for additional opportunities, which is huge. So right now, I would say there's somewhere in the nature of 12, 13, 14, maybe 1,500 customers that we can take on immediately in these zip codes with this bonus opportunity in place. And we would just love to see you guys hit the ground running.
Great. That's very, very exciting. So all of Tom's River.
All of Tom's River. All of Tom's River. Let me be clear.
Great. Does that also take us into maybe a little bit of Jackson, New Jersey? Do you know?
I'm not sure if Jackson, that doesn't ring a bell on my list. So I'm going to just read out what I know definitively is an absolute yes. I'm looking at the map right now, and I know that our back office team is QAing everything as we speak in real time to make sure that anything that was deployed is updated and accurate it could be the next couple of minutes or by the end of the call, certainly. But it's Berkeley, it's Tom's River, it's South Tom's River, it's Beechwood, Pine Beach, Ocean Gate, Manchester, and Lacey. And those are 8 towns, of which I know there's multiple zip codes in some of those towns.
Okay,
So all
great.
zip codes from those towns.
All zip codes from those towns. Okay, great. Excellent. We'll
Yep.
send out again, the zip code chart.
Yep, and just pay attention between now, this call, and in the next 45 minutes. But by the time we're done with this call, I've just asked the team to make sure that everything is QA'd and updated accurately. I think my call with you, Bella, this morning was it sounded really critical that we make sure Tom's River is included, and
Yeah.
it's definitively is. I know
Okay.
for a fact.
Great, that's very, very critical. Yeah, that's very critical because we have quite a few people in our team right there and they have big networks over there. So it's a very critical part of that.
Great.
Absolutely.
The other piece, just to be clear, that the discount remains 20% for these projects. So it's again, it's an exciting, huge discount, great opportunity. As we show significant progress, today and next week, as we've done elsewhere, it consistently unlocks more doors for more projects, more subscriptions, more opportunity. That's New Jersey included, and other states as well.
Wow.
Hey, Steve, can you tell everybody on this Zoom about the supply that we have for the entire state of New Jersey? How the state government is really into this program, and the inventory is just going to keep coming?
Yeah. The supply is phenomenal. So yeah, I'll go a little timeline here. So the first community solar program passed in 2019 in New Jersey, and it was what we call a pilot program. So it was very small capacity. It was very consistent with most states. They'll deploy a couple of projects to start, see how it goes, and then they kind of release the hounds, if you will. So the state and the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities was through the roof about how the pilot went. And they've since turned to what we call the permanent program, which was deployed just a couple of months ago, as most of you know. So most of these projects that we have under management are coming under the permanent program. It's almost neither here nor there. The program's the program. It's community solar subscriptions. It's guaranteed savings on bill credits received every month. The beauty is a lot of you have heard me talk about New York as being kind of the gold standard for almost unlimited capacity over time, strong commitment to renewables, largest in the country. New Jersey is very quickly stepping up to that plate. They have started with room for, I'll just try and put this into customer terms. I'd say they started off with a pilot, maybe 10, 15, 20,000 customers. They released the first form of the permanent program a couple of months ago, probably pushing 40, 50,000 new customers that will come on. And now they've already achieved their goals in less than 3 or 4 months on projects being, deployed to market, financed, and starting to get built, where they're starting to open up more capacity and more capacity. So we believe there's another 40, 50,000 customers that are going to be made available to the market in the next 1 to 2 months. And we think in July, another 40, 50,000 customers will be made available to the market under the program. And then every year thereafter, it'll be somewhere in the nature of 50 to 100,000 customers for the next 3 to 4 years will be made available under the New Jersey permanent program. And again, all of this stems from really the program's success. So, our legislators are on board, the communities are on board, and the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities is through the roof about the way these projects have been getting subscribed, going live, and bringing value to the community.
Beautiful. Steve, do you have any requirement? I don't know if I'm phrasing it right with the word requirement, any desire to get a certain amount of customers on for today and tomorrow in that zip coded area that we were talking about, Tom's River?
Yeah, I mean, look, okay, let's see. So Bella, what do Joe, I can tell you, well, let me tell you what I would live to see north of 20, 40, 50 customers today would be amazing. I think I told Bella 1 to 2 dozen would be wonderful. So I know we're going into the weekend. I would say, all eyes are on us right now. We've got the focus of these national renewable energy developers that have either heard or seen what we've been doing in different markets and are recognizing our relationship with Arcadia, one of the largest service providers in the country, as most of you well know, which gives us the opportunity for capacity, and that's quickly turned eyes to us very directly to allow us directly to help build projects that otherwise struggled. And so, what I would say is I'm giving a daily report to some of these developers to show what we're doing in various states and utilities and zip codes. And if we could put 50 on the board today, then that would be a huge win. If we could put, any number over 15 would be wonderful. I would say next week we're aiming for hundreds, and the following week we're aiming for more.
I hear you. So in the next 2 days, 15 would be very desirable.
15 would be greatly welcomed. Absolutely.
Good,
Absolutely.
excellent. Okay.
Yep.
I'm challenging my team here, the ones that are going to get the first 15 between today and tomorrow. Am I allowed to say we're going to put them on a special pedestal or something?
I think we should create a pedestal for that.
Fantastic. That's hey, you heard me, guys. We're creating a pedestal for the ones that are going crazy between today and tomorrow. 15 customers between today and tomorrow in Toms River area. These guys are going to be put on a special pedestal. No matter what the pedestal will look or be like, don't worry about it. We'll discuss it. Open for a discussion. Let's just go and make it happen, right, Steve?
That's right. That's right.
Love
Let's
it.
make it
Love
happen.
it.
Hey, Steve, John, quick question for you. The added bonus of the $100, how is it broken down for the payment? We know that any customer in New Jersey is $80. Is that gonna, now we know it's 180 in those zip codes. Is that gonna be broken down 90 and 90 upon sign up, or is that gonna be 140 and 40 when they're allocated?
I'll have to check on that, Big John. I think it's very quickly commissionable, but I'll have to double check on that.
All right, thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a great question, John. Love it. Yep.
Also, we would like to get, we spoke earlier, Steve, but we would like to get the rundown, the names of the towns you just shared with us, but we should get that in writing, and I guess the zip codes also, because that makes a big difference. Because we went back and forth this morning about Toms River. I think Toms River has a whole list of zip codes. So we should get the details. But people are really, I don't know if it's possible, but I'm just telling you, in our community, people in Lakewood and Jackson are crying, are they in? So, but if it's not, it's not. I'm just saying,
Good, I'm on
if a zip code here and there picks
back.
up, then it could be good.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. That sounds good. Well, we've got, so again, back office, our support is going to be putting together just QAing the zip codes that have been released, making sure that everything is in order, and you should get that notification very shortly here, I'd say, within the hour.
Is it going to be the entire Toms River though?
Yeah, all of Toms River is eligible. Absolutely.
Hey, Steve.
Yep.
Steve, this is Larry. How are you?
Hey, Larry. Good.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, good. So, hey, listen, we were just did a presentation on the 55 and older, and we had a number of people that signed up, but there was a number of people that couldn't sign up because they don't use email. So is there anything that you could recommend to, figure out there where there's maybe another point of verification, like just a cell phone or the email, something like that? Because
Larry, I think we can
two
choose. I think you can verify through text, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong about that?
No,
I think you have the
on the
option.
communities, on the community solar, on the second page, all it has was the option for email, not text.
Okay, got it. Got it. Yeah, we should. I'd say, Larry, if you can bring that to EA support, and I can talk with the team as well.
Very good. Thank you.
Great. And so everybody, Big John, I'm going back to your question here. I'm just reading through some of the bonus, information, and I see a one-time bonus payment will be processed on 4/12 via the standard weekly commission payment process. So I think $100 is immediately commissionable.
Wow.
It's huge.
This is huge. That's huge.
Did you say that now, Steve?
What's that?
The whole thing is commissionable in one shot? Did you say that?
That's what I'm reading in the bullets, and Brendan, correct me if you know something different.
Whoa,
No, so the $100 is payable, and that's commission run on the 12th of April. So, yeah, it's an opportunity for, if your team if everyone knows, people know zip codes, there's an opportunity of a lifetime.
I
But
love
more importantly, Steve, what breaks down is as you start to see how we're moving through the country and working with higher end developers now, would it be a surprise to see this happen again in other markets? Because at the end of the day, the interest of these bigger players is to fill these farms, and obviously,
Yeah,
it's important for everyone here to understand that even though today this particular opportunity is wrapped around these zip codes, this is kind of like maybe something that you can expect as we grow into a bigger company where
Yep.
more and more these big time players want us to fill their farms. So it's good, even though you may not be from this area in New Jersey and you're on from a different part of the country. I'm just glad you're here to learn about this because there's going to be opportunities down the road for all of us. And so, this is a great opportunity, Steve. Thank you for working that relationship with this developer to allow us to have this opportunity for our team, because going into the holidays here for certain communities, this could be a nice little financial boost, and where they could really help, pay some of the for the festivities that they'll be having in the month of April, from what I'm hearing. So,
yes.
and for all of you, for that matter, that know people in this market, it's a great opportunity for the customer getting that discount, and then obviously for the rep that's going to end up educating that customer. What an opportunity! So,
Wow.
thank you, Steve, on short notice to kind of expand the little blueprint there of our area. I think that's really significant. So, thank you so much.
Thank
it's,
you.
it's
Yes.
my pleasure.
Thank you, Steve. This was a great wake-up call. And
Can I just ask one question, and because Steve is here, and it pertains to outside New Jersey, there was talk of getting a zip code map for the opportunity zones in Virginia. Where are we on that?
Yeah, I know that's in the works, Paul. So I know our marketing team, our team's working on
Okay.
getting that together for you.
Okay.
So
All right.
shortly.
I appreciate it, but
I've seen the map, so it's coming.
okay, that's good. But I'm really excited about New Jersey. So I'm originally from New Jersey, so this is unbelievable.
Good, fantastic.
Thank you.
no, I know.
Can I mention something?
Well, he's thinking, in the Virginia market, Dominion is the one, because you have the dot on the other side of the calendar that does kind of obscure. So we have a list of the area codes, because I can get it for Virginia specifically, because most of my family's in Appalachian.
Yeah, it's really Dominion that's open today, and we'll have to get an update on what's coming for Appalachian, if anything. But it's Dominion is the dominant force where you can expect capacity today.
Wow. Okay, great. Excellent. So we need to get to work, bottom line. And so anybody that really wants to score big time and let's go for the 15 customers in the next 2 days minimum. Commission is paid right away. I love that. That's amazing. That's huge. And let's really take advantage of this incredible promo, and looking forward, Steve, maybe one day we're going to be surprised and get an O&R farm opened again. And boy, oh boy.
Bella's putting me on the spot here. We've got good news will be coming.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's
Steve.
great. Love it.
Steve,
Thank you. We're looking forward to that. Thank you.
Let's throw this in. What about Con Edison in New York City?
Con Edison
Westchester.
is also putting me on the spot here, Joe. It's all coming, my friend. It's all coming.
Steve, just make sure
ORU is the big one in my book.
Make sure, call me in the morning, first thing in the morning, middle of the night is fine too. And we're gonna have an emergency Zoom 4 a.m. It's not gonna be a problem, I promise you.
That's right. If I get notification of the farm in ORU at 3 a.m., Bella, you will be my first call at 3:10.
Love it. I love it.
Just a quick question, if I could pop in. Is there any benefit for LMI on these farms?
Yeah, so all of these projects, and I'm sorry, I'm so excited I failed to mention that. Every one of these projects, so of the, call it, let's just pick an even number, of the 1,400 customers we're trying to get in these zip codes right now, half of them are going to be LMI, need to be LMI. So think about it from that perspective. Every
it-
project in New Jersey needs to be 50% LMI.
But they're getting a higher discount, right?
So for these projects, the New Jersey's been unique where the discount has been on each project, it's just a higher discount across the board. So rather than seeing the typical market is 10% for residential and 15 to 20 plus for LMI. What we've seen in New Jersey is a project gives the same discount, a higher discount to everybody. So low and moderate income and residential. And I would just say, just to think about it from everybody's perspective here, is that we need to get the LMI as well, even though it's not the higher discount. Everybody gets the the even share of discount, 20% across the board on the existing offer. But we don't get to bring the projects live unless we get 50-50. So every project needs to be 50% LMI, otherwise nobody benefits.
But are the New Jersey
you.
residents getting a 25% on LMI? Did I remember seeing that?
For these projects right now, nope. So all the projects that we have in the market right now are 20% residential and LMI. It's 20%.
Okay, got it.
No differentiation, which is
Just for clarification,
quite a nice
I have
right?
new people that are AEs on here. The low LMI is the low to moderate income, so I just want them to know, because they're looking, but they don't know the lingo because it's their first day.
Yeah. Good.
And the breakdown of what this financial advantage is going to be, I want to make sure that they absolutely understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's a great point. I throw acronyms around from doing this for a long time, but low and moderate income, it's income eligibility. And when you go through the enrollment portal, then the customer will have the ability to click a box that says, I believe I'm LMI eligible, low and moderate income eligible. And there's a number, don't quote me on this, but I think it's 13 different documents that they could, choose to upload. One of any number of those documents will allow us to validate that they have proof of low and moderate income eligibility, which allows us to put one more LMI customer, low and moderate income customer, onto the farm, which allows us to get closer to going live.
Great. Okay, great. Thank you.
A
Thank you.
quick question for Steve. It's Paul again. Regarding PSE&G Long Island, what's the status on that?
At PSE&G Long Island, there's also just limited capacity. There's opportunity coming down the line. I think ORU, I'm hoping to say, I just put on the spot here. I think ORU is what I'm hoping, expecting, planning to see first. I'm looking to turn that faucet back on as quickly as possible. There's no exact date here, just to be clear, but there's real opportunity in the pipeline here. Long Island and Con Edison in New York are just, they're smaller territories they're just tougher to find capacity, but there are opportunities that we're still working on.
So
Wow.
they tougher opportunities in PSE&G. We are signing up PSE&G because what they're doing, they're sending out people. I can't show it to you, but on here, they're sending out something that looks exactly like Think Energy. It has the $100 gift card on it, just like we do. And if you don't read the fine print, you think that it's coming from your PSE&G. And the very, very fine print, it says PSG and E&G has nothing to do with it. This will tell you, if you read the fine print, that this is a 6 months tryout. So you're going to get this $100 gift card automatically just for a tryout. But in those 6 months, you're going to go back to PSE&G. And I know that nobody's reading the fine print. As a lawyer, I read all the fine print. It is a 6 month tryout for an immediate $100 that looks very much like what we're sending out, but it has nothing to do with us. It is a company called Smart Energy, and they're not connected to PSE&G, but somehow PSE&G is asking them, and all they have to do is put in the PIN number, and they will get this card, and PSE&G will change them just for 6 months, and then they get switched back over. That's why I want our people to make sure that the confusion, because when I'm sending out something with this $100 gift card, it almost looks exactly like what I'm sending, but it's not. I got this randomly in the mail. I just wanted to put that out there for people who, some people may say no because they saw this in the mail from their company.
Wow, thank you. That's very important. Wow.
Steve, do you have any updates on the ONR when it's really going live? Because I got some emails from Acadia. It didn't say anything about live, but could you update us?
I don't have it in front of me right now, but they're coming, Joe. They're coming.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not Joe, but then-
Thank you.
I'm sorry, not Joe. I'm sorry. I thought I saw Joe moving his mouth there. Sorry, guys.
No problem. No,
Hard to see. There's a lot of people on this screen.
I'm taking advantage the best I can. One of my customers, I could say he's my pastor. We have land. Could you explain to those who have land availability, how this can help with people who have big land, like my pastor's on here. So I want to make sure that he's clear. I've had some of the best people to already talk to him, but now we're in a family group. And this is something that can be profitable that some people may not be thinking of, people who own open land.
Yeah. So we typically what I do is I'd say, so as you guys know, we don't own projects ourselves. I think we work for the developers and project owners, and so we know, from my perspective, the best developers that are out there. And so typically, if you want to share information about the land that you have, name of owner, tax card ID, address, and city state, then I can get that over to one of our trusted developers in any given state. If there's an opportunity, they typically get back to me within a week, usually faster. And then I can circle back with you and let you know if there's an opportunity, or if there isn't, I can tell you why. But that's the way to think about that. Land can be very lucrative. It can also be very tricky. So I typically tell people it's 1 in 100 of, our percentage has been better than that, but it's 1 in 100 that goes through for real opportunities. We've seen some pretty good ones get pushed through that are in the process of development. But development could take anywhere from 1 to 3 years, depending on the state, is kind of my high level, expectation. It takes time. And so, but all valuable opportunities, if any number of these projects do get built, then that comes back to us for subscription management in time.
got it.
I
Okay.
have one quick question.
Thank you.
One quick question. One of my advisors was asking if we are on the market, if Think Energy is on the market, the stock market.
No.
We're not a publicly traded entity. No.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. That's what I thought.
Not
Thanks.
yet, Rifki, not yet.
Shit, no. Shit.
Good question. Great. Okay, so let's let Steve go, but everybody, before we let Steve go, once again, let me reiterate. Steve, I heard it right. For those that get in between today and tomorrow, at least 15, the first 15 customers that are enrolled between today and tomorrow, and those zip codes, Tom's River and whatever the zip codes are gonna be put on a special pedestal.
That's right. If you're waiting for me to confirm, we're going to find a
Yep.
special pedestal.
I was waiting for you to confirm. Okay, we'll talk about the pedestal between. We'll have
It's-
a little call on that. No
it's-
problem.
It's going to be perfect.
Perfect. Love it. So let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's really let's fill those zip codes, but let's go crazy for the next couple of days here. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Thank
for
you,
the
Steve.
notice. Thank you, Brendan, Big John, everybody taking part in this great Zoom here this afternoon.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Steve, still on, or has he jumped off?
I've got another second here.
Oh, 1 second. So regarding Virginia and the Dominion territory, when I go in to sign up a customer and it takes me over to the Arcadia side, it says it'll accept the customers, but there's a waiting period because the priority is for LMI. Can we still sign them up or not?
That is going to be an EA support question. I know the LMI is the predominant focus down in Dominion and Virginia.
Right. But it still looks like you can actually put the customer in.
Yeah. So that'll be I apologize. That'll be an EA, support question. If you want.
Okay, great. All right, no problem.
The rest of the team will support it.
I'll email them. Thanks so much.
You got it, Paul. All right, everybody. Thank
Thanks,
you
everybody.
so much for all the great work you're doing out
Thank
there.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a
Out there.
wonderful day.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Bye.